So before, ang diniscuss namin is yung differential calculus. So yun yung medyo matagal na discussion. Because again, when you say integration, so integral calculus, ito yung branch lang ng calculus where we study integrals, yung properties nila, and then yung how do we solve integral problems or yung process of solving or yung process of integration. So this is the simplest way, I think, to put what integration is, no? So integration is the inverse process of differentiation. So I hope some of you already have taken up yung differential calculus, but if hindi naman, okay lang din because we are going to study some of the basics here, and I think most of the basics here. So when you say the inverse process of differentiation, whatever or kung ano yung ginagawa natin sa derivatives or sa differential calculus, i-reverse process lang natin siya. Basically, from function to derivative, yun yung differential calculus. Sa integration, from derivative to functions. So, ibabalik natin siya sa kanyang original functions, yung mga derivatives natin. Very important ang integral, no? There are a lot of applications to this kasi ang differential, if you can recall, that is the rate of change. Sa integration, basically, ano siya, no? It has applications in finding areas, volumes, work, ano pa ba? So, sa heat transfer, meron siyang applications and other physical or other engineering sciences na uh, core subjects. First off, we have the power rule, no? So if you're familiar with the derivative power rule, so di ba sa derivative power rule, you have derivative of u raised to n is nu raised to n minus 1 to the n minus 1 derivative of u. Now, kung reverse process ang integral, we do the addition and then we do the addition of uh, exponent and then we do the division by the same exponent as you can see here in the slides. For example, you have a function u. Basically, with what you just need to do is to uh, copy the function u and then raise that to n plus 1 and then divide that to n plus 1 and then you have here the arbitrary constant plus c. So n cannot be, of course, cannot be equal to negative 1 because as you can observe, kung negative 1 plus 1 yan, you have a division by 0. So that can't happen, no? So n should not be equal to negative 1. So uh, a very famous, no? So famous na notation when it comes to integral is yung arbitrary constant plus c. So for example, if you're going to apply this formula here, gawin lang natin. So that's just equal to, so ano yung u natin? So u is x. So x, okay, raised to 5 plus 1. So you have 5 plus 1, okay, all over 5 plus 1 plus c. Okay? Or that's just equal to x raised to 6, x raised to 6 over 6 plus c. Okay? So you don't forget the arbitrary constant because when you're dealing with indefinite integral, there should be a plus c there. So indefinite siya kasi wala siyang limit. So if you're already done with integral calculus subject, so you're familiar with the definite integral wherein meron tayong mga limits of integration. Pero later on, discussion, maladaanan naman natin siya. So, why do we put the integration constant? So, hindi siya nilagay dyan for, uh, tawag dito, for decoration lang or para mas maging formal lang tingnan yung expression. But, of course, for example, if you're going to uh, revert that back, gawin mong derivative to, para ma-check mo, ang gagawin mo lang, i-differentiate mo lang. And then, you should always go back to this original expression, yung may derivative. For example, may derivative natin yung derivative of x raised to 6 over 6 plus c. So you have, so what's the derivative of u raised to n? So that's just n, u raised to to n minus 1 du. Diba? So, yung 6, i-bring down lang natin. So, 6, tapos copy x, and then subtract 1 kay 6. So, 6 minus 1 is 5. And then, just copy the constant coefficient over 6. And then, derivative ng constant, so 0. Okay, so lagay natin dito because we're differentiating x raised to 6. So, derivative mo din yung x. So, may dx tayo dyan. Okay, so plus derivative ng c. Derivative ng constant is 0. Again, if you recall sa differential calculus, when you say derivative, that's rate of change. So of course, by the word constant, does not change. So wala siyang derivative. 0 yung derivative niya. So this uh, simplifies to x raised to 5 dx. Okay, so bumalik ka lang dun sa dating expression which is yung problem natin na integral. Means that tama yung pagkaka-integrate mo. So that's how you check, no? If you're going to check your answers in integral, you just differentiate it again, find the derivative, and you should go back to the original expression. So, kung hindi mo mapalabas yung original expression, most probably, mali yung solution or hindi siya simplified. Okay? So, that's how you check. Again, bakit may plus C? So, sa antiderivative, integral, so-called as antiderivative, so, kaya siya antay kasi binabalik mo sa function. Okay? So, you cannot bring back a constant. That's why it's always represented as C. For example, ang original expression natin is, uh, let's say ang original expression natin or original function natin is x squared, natin po. Let's say x squared plus 5. If you're going to get the derivative of x squared plus 5, so that's just 2x, di ba? Dx. So bring down 2. So you just bring down the 2 here. So from the derivative power rule, so bring down 2, copy the inside function, subtract 1 kay exponent. So that's just 2 minus 1. So raise to 1 to. And then derivative ng inside function x, that is dx. And then plus 0. Kasi derivative ng 5 is 0 because 5 is a constant. Now, if you're going to revert that back to the original expression, of course, kailangan mo lang i-integrate ito. So you just need to integrate this. So if you're going to integrate that, so integral of 2x dx. So that's just equal to integral of, so 2 ilabas lang. So 2 x raised to, so raised to 1 yan, so 1 plus 1. So squared over 1 plus 1, so 2. So we have here x squared. So as you can observe, hindi siya equal doon sa ating original expression. Kasi yung original expression natin is x squared plus 5, di ba? X squared plus 5 is not equal to x squared. That's why you put plus c to represent the constant that vanished. Okay? That vanished after the differentiation. So you cannot bring back the constant when you do the antiderivative or you do the integral. So that's why we represent that missing constant as plus C. Okay? So arbitrary lang siya doon. So plus C. Yun C5. Okay? So that's why yung mga prof natin is stricto sila when it comes to putting plus C when it comes to indefinite integrals. So kapag walang plus C yan, ibig sabihin hindi yan yung original function mo. Okay? So that's why we put plus C there because you cannot bring back the constant when you do the integration. Kasi nawawala siya when you do the derivative, di ba? A derivative ng constant 0. So if you integrate 0, so you don't know what's the constant, original constant that was in the problem. So you cannot bring back the constant when you do the integral or the antiderivative. Okay? So I hope that's clear, no? Kasi hindi siya na i-emphasize sa undergrad na bakit may plus C. So you don't put that plus C there without a reason. So merong reason kung bakit nandun siya. Again, plus C is a representation of the constant that vanished after derivative or after differentiation. So In this case, if you have the original function as plus x squared plus 5, okay? And then the derivative of that is 2x dx. If you integrate that, you're supposed to bring back x squared plus 5, but you cannot do that kasi wala ka ng constant doon, di ba? So that just simplifies to x squared, which is not equal to x squared plus 5. So therefore, yung constant na nawala, i-represent mo lang siya muna as plus c. Okay? So that's the reason behind that. Okay? So I hope that that's clear. I want to emphasize that because hindi siya masyadong na-emphasize during the undergrad. I hope some schools are talagang starting from the basics. Hindi lang sinasabi na, ay, lagay ka ng plus C pa kasi kailangan ng plus C dyan. Okay? So far, nagigets pa naman yung mga sinasabi ko. So you can chat in the chat box if may questions para mamaya. Yan na natin. I-address natin lahat. Okay, so paano malalaman kung ano yung gagamiting formula? So again, pag may nakita kang exponent, most probably power rule yan. Okay? So don't overthink too much about the problem. So you just need to look into may mga ano naman, baga signs kung ano yung gagamitin mong formula. Example ito, integral of 2x squared minus 5x plus 3 dx. So you have, so yung constant, again, pwede mo siyang ilabas. No? So let's say 2 integral of x squared dx. So i-distribute mo kasi distributive naman yung integral. Minus 5 integral of x dx plus 3 integral of dx. Okay, so nakita niyo yung ginawa ko doon. Hiniwalay ko lang muna sila. So if you're advanced na sa integral, you don't even have to do that. Pwedeng diretso na. But for the sake of starting from the basic, ihiwalay natin. No? And then, apply natin yung formula natin. What's the formula? Integral of u raised to n du equals u raised to n plus 1 over n plus 1. Again, you have the arbitrary constant because this is an indefinite integral problem. Again, indefinite kasi wala kang specific limit. Okay, so you do it indefinitely, you do it in general. So, okay, so integrate natin, apply natin yung rule, no? So that's just equal to, so 2x raised to, so n plus 1, so that's 2 plus 1, so that's 3. Whatever your exponent is, just divide it here. Divide mo lang. And then minus all constant coefficient, same as differential calculus, you just copy that. Constant coefficients are just kakopy lang natin. Okay, because that's just a multiplier constant. So minus 5 x raised to, ano yung exponent ng x natin dito? 1, di ba? So 1 plus 1 is 2. So 2 over 2 plus integral of dx. So yan, antiderivative lang ng dx. So before, bago siya naging dx, before derivative, x lang siya. So plus 3x. Of course, don't forget plus c here. Very important. And just simplify, but I think it's the simplified way. I mean, this is the most simplified answer. So you can put this as the answer for this problem. Again, as you can see here, ang u natin is just x. So if u is x, du is just dx. Okay? So you don't have to put anything there kasi dx is just du. Okay, so later on, I will explain kasi di ba nag-chain rule tayo sa differential where we use substitution. Sorry, sa differential, we use substitution when we apply the chain rule. Sa integral, we also do use substitution. Yung use sub na tinatawag. Okay? Again, if you're going to check this, just get the derivative and you should arrive at your original problem. Okay? So, kapag hindi mo na-arrive doon, most probably, you have the wrong answer. But I think, just be careful in solving. So we have here the indefinite integral of 1 minus x quantity squared of x dx. So, lahat ng mga hindi naka-numerical na exponent, you first simplify that. Okay? So for example, kapag naka-square root, you do the raised to 1/2 muna. So integral of 1 minus x times x raised to 1/2 dx because square root of x is just x raised to 1/2. It's the square root. And then uh, you, you can separate these two expressions. So you have integral of, so distribute mo lang yung x squared, x raised to 1 of dx. So we have x raised to 1 half dx minus integral of x times x raised to 1 half and dx here. So in all uh, engineering mathematics subjects, so kailangan natin talaga yung algebra. So algebra is very important. So the way you the way you simplify, the way you work with equations, the way you work with integers, even fractions, those are important, guys, no? So let's not forget all of those basic concepts so that we can, kasi hindi naman uh, kumbaga hindi naman talaga masyadong focus sa integral yung um, how do I put this in words? So siguro majority of the solution sa integral is algebra. Okay? And saan lang nagagamit yung integral na part, na mismong integral na part? Doon lang sa pag-apply mo ng formula. Okay? So, but as you can observe, majority of the computation is algebra. So algebra is very important. I don't know lang if the curriculum right now still involves algebra or other schools are implementing a tawag dito, bridging program for students before they take up the engineering course. They will take first a bridging program. Basically, this is a refresher course uh, that discusses all of the basic for algebra para at least hindi ma-shock or hindi or ma-prepare doon sa calculus 1 or differential calculus. I don't know if your school is implementing that. Maybe you can comment or you can chat if you have undergone tawag dito, bridging program for the engineering course. Especially yung mga non-STEM that pumapasok sa engineering. So most of them, I think even STEM students really needs to have that uh, bridging program. So parang ganun ang EPS. That's the goal. So let's proceed here, no? Apply lang natin yung formula. Again, integral of u raised to n du equals u raised to n plus 1 over n plus 1 plus... Again, there's no other changes because your u here is just your x in this example. And then since u is x, therefore dx is du. So walang masyadong changes with regards to balancing constant. So again, discuss natin yan later. Ano ba yung balancing constant? So, apply natin, no? So, isa-isayin lang natin. So, starting from here, integrate natin then here. So, siguro i-simplify muna natin. Integral of x raised to 1 half dx minus integral of, so this is raised to 1. Same base, different exponent. Just add them both, no? Yung exponent. So, 1 plus 1 half is 3 halves. So, this is x raised to 3 halves dx. And then you just apply the formula. So x raised to 1 half plus 1 over 1 half plus 1. And then minus x raised to 3 halves plus 1 over 3 halves plus 1. And then plus c. Okay? And then, simplify lang natin, no? So this is, okay, so ayusin natin yung sulat. So plus c. So equals, so this is x raised to 3 halves over 3 halves minus x raised to, so 3 halves plus 1. So 2 over 2 yon because LCD is 2. So you have 5 halves. So over 5 halves plus C. Simplify natin. No? So you have an improper fraction sa baba or the coefficient is in improper fraction. So pwede mong itaas na lang yung 2 to make it 2/3. No? So 2/3 again, yung mga basics of operations, fractions, integers, important siya. So x raised to 3 halves minus, ito magiging 2/5. And then you have x raised to 5 halves plus c. So 2 can be factored because 2 is common to both, but I think this is okay na. Okay na tong answer na to. So this is now, so 1 minus x square root of x dx is just equal to, pwede may factor yung 2 actually. So parang 2 times x raised to 3 halves over 3 minus x raised to 5 halves over 5 plus c. Ayan. So factorable naman yun. So you can uh, declare that this is your final answer for this problem. Okay. Sige, let's proceed doon sa ating next problem. Okay. Yan. So we have this problem here, no? So the integral, the indefinite integral of the quantity 3s plus 4 cube derivative of s. So as you can observe here, hindi na siya stand-alone variable yung naka-raise to exponent. It's a function. Okay? So siguro I can say that yung term na yun, parang function yung nasa loob ng exponent. Kaya di ba, as you can observe, yung mga ano lang, x lang yung naka-raise. As you can see here, x lang yung naka-raise. Dito, ano na siya, no? It's a parang function na yung naka-raise sa exponent. So we can do substitution just to make sure that we're doing the integration process correctly. So again, just first write the formula. So again, this is ano siya, exponent. So we can do the power rule. But of course, pag nag-practice kayo ng problem, make sure that you do it baga you do it slowly or surely as possible, no? So, parang hindi kayo ma-careless solution. So, hindi na pwede sabihin na 3s plus 4 raised to 4 over 4 lang siya. Diba? Because, again, yung u mo is hindi na siya isang variable lang or hindi na siya, let's say, u is s or u is x. 3s plus 4 na siya. So, the best way to solve this problem is you do substitution. Okay? So, there, you just identify ano yung mga elements ng formula. So, in this case, let's say, yung u natin, u is 3s plus 4. Okay, you do that now. So, so let u is 3s plus 4. Okay? Ano yung n? So, di ba, okay na yung u, n na lang tapos du. So, what is n? N is 3 because that is cube. You can see here. And then you have derivative of u. So, you get derivative of u here. So, du equals 3 ds. So, gusto natin, lagay natin, that's 0. Kasi derivative ng 4 is 0. Just to be clear lang, no? And then, what you are going to do, that's why this is called U sub. Because you do let U substitution, and then you substitute back. So, U sub, magbaback sub tayo dun sa formula. So, pag na-back sub natin sa formula, ibabalik natin, no? So, going to the, starting from the formula, you identify what are the elements, and then after that, ibabato natin siya ulit doon sa formula. So we have integral of, so ano yung u natin dito? So integral of u, what's u? U is 3s plus 4. Just substitute whatever you put here or whatever results you have formulated here. So that is 3s plus 4 raised to n. N is 3. And then what's du? Du is 3 ds. So this is a different, hindi siya parehas, no? So again, the purpose of that, what we do, use para ma-determine natin if we need a balancing constant to actually, kumbaga, to actually solve the problem. Okay? So in this case, as you can observe here, i-compare lang natin siya. After you mag-box up, i-compare mo siya dun sa original expression. So you compare, is this equal? So they are not equal, of course, kasi may 3 ka dun, di ba? Now, if you put 1/3 here, just to cancel out that 3 sa loob, this makes this equal. Diba? Equal na sila. If that's two expressions are already equal, you can proceed in simplifying this expression. So, kumbaga, ito na yung ano mo. ito yung u raised to n du mo. So you need to satisfy the formula first before you can apply. Okay? So therefore, yung balancing constant mo doon is 1/3. Okay? 1/3 yung balancing constant natin. So you do that by putting that balancing constant dun sa labas ng integral sign because that's just a constant. So hindi kayo pwede mag-balance ng variable here. So you always balance it using a constant. So copy lang natin 1/3 and then integral of this, since na-satisfy mo na itong expression na the formula na-satisfy mo na siya, pwede mo nang i-apply ito. This is applicable to this because your u is 3s plus 4, check. N is 3, check. Du is 3, ds, check. So you can apply the formula. Okay, so u is 3s plus 4. So n plus 1. So 3 plus 1. So 4 over 3 plus 1. So 4 then plus c. And then you've simplified that. So 1/3 times 1/4. So 1 over 12 times 3s plus 4 raised to 4 plus c. So this is now your final answer for this specific problem. Okay? Yeah. So you do the balancing constant. And then after that, no, pwede mo i-check by differentiating this expression and then you should go back, derivative mo yan and then dapat bumalik ka dito sa expression na to. So if you go back to the same expression, it means that your answer is correct. Okay? So, ayun, that's how you solve this problem. Sige, let's proceed doon sa next problem natin. So, ginawa natin doon is yung process what you call the U substitution. So, U sub. So, that's U sub. Very famous method in solving the integrals. So, para siyang ano no, it's like a chain rule. Di ba sa derivatives, when you do the derivative, you go from outside to inside. So, hindi mo pwedeng i-differentiate lang yung nasa loob o yung nasa labas lang. So, you need to go into the inner function kung meron pang function sa loob for you to get the right derivative. So, that's the chain rule. So, same as here, parang chain rule lang din ginagawa natin but we utilize the U substitution para sure that yung ginagawa nating solution is tama siya. Okay? So, let's proceed here sa next problem natin. So, the quantity, the integral or the indefinite integral of quantity x cubed plus 2 squared times quantity 3x squared dx. So, one method to solve this, you expand that x cubed plus 2 using your, of course, you can do FOIL method or any other methods to expand that binomial. But that will take a lot of time. Kung sobrang dami niyan, i-expand pa ba natin? So, wag na. No? So, you can utilize the uh, U substitution to solve this. Again, you have the formula for the power rule. So, U raised to N du integral equals N, sorry, U raised to N plus 1 over N plus 1 plus C. Yan. So, identify natin what's your U here. So, again, tingnan mo lang lagi kung ano yung may exponent. So, yung may exponent is ito. Although may exponent din tong 1, pero ito kasi yung naka-parenthesis or siya yung parang function inside the exponent. Okay? So, we have U as, so let U as x cubed plus 2. So, ano yung N? N is 2 also. So, okay na to. Okay na yung N and then determine what's du. So, du is, again, so derivative, baba lang yung exponent 3, copy x, subtract 1 kay 3, so squared dx plus 0. Okay? So, or du is 3x squared dx. So, patang nalalagyan ng 0 para ma-emphasize lang natin that derivative of 2 is 0. And then, next step, so after you use the formula, babalik natin sa kanya. Okay? So, substitute lang. So, what we're doing here is just algebra. So, integral of u is x cubed plus 2. And then we have uh, n is 2. Derivative of u is 3x squared dx. So, compare natin dun sa original. So, may nagbago ba? Pair, pair. I think wala. Wala nagbago. So, equal pa rin sila. So, you don't have to put anything. You don't have to put a balancing constant because this is already simplified. Okay? So, after that, pwede mo nang i-apply kasi na-satisfy mo na to eh. Already satisfied. U and du is already satisfied. You can now apply the formula. Apply mo na lang yung formula. Okay? So, this is equal to u. So, you have here u. u is u is x cubed plus 2. N plus 1. Ano yung n? N is 2. So, 2 plus 1 is 3 over 3 plus c. Okay? It's the right process of solving that. So, 1/3. And then you have here x cubed plus 2 cubed plus c. Okay, next problem. So, you have this integral of quantity x plus 3 all over x squared, quantity x squared plus 6x to the 1/3 or raised to 1/3 derivative of x. So, if you encounter this type of problem na nasa ilalim yung may exponent, gagawin natin siyang one-liner equation by simplifying the exponent or gagawin mong negative yung exponent para mapunta siya sa numerator. Numerator. So, parang magiging ganito lang. No? So, equals. So, simplification is always the first step in solving any math problem. So, we need to simplify the equations. So, equal siya sa if you integral of x squared plus 6x raised to negative 1/3. Okay? Bakit negative 1/3? Kasi initially nasa baba siya. If you want to put that sa taas or sa numerator ng expression or maging one-liner equation lang siya, gagawin mong reverse sign yung exponent. And then we have here x plus 3 dx. So, wala tayong masyadong binago. Simplify lang natin yung expression. Now, we can now apply the formula because as you can observe, you have the function u here, and then you have the exponent, and then most probably you have the derivative of u here. So, apply natin. So, ano yung, so let u as, ano yung u natin? Of course, ano yung u? Yun yung nasa loob ng exponent, which is x squared plus 6x. U is x squared plus 6x. And then we have n as negative 1/3. And then derivative of u is 2x dx plus 6 dx. Okay? Or, factor out mo na yung dx. So, 2x plus 6 dx or du equals, so, factorable yung 2, so x plus 3 dx. So, after you use the formula, okay, u raised to n plus 1 over n plus 1 plus c. Okay, nagamit natin yung formula na ibabalik natin siya. So, you just need to bring that back to the formula and then we will compare and then kung may nangyaring constant, balance out lang natin and then apply the formula itself. So, balik lang natin sa formula, no? So, integral of, what's u? U is, ito, lalagay natin dito. Substitute lang. So, ano lang tayo, no? Nagsa-substitute lang tayo. So, x squared plus 6x raised to n is negative 1/3. What is du? Ano yung du natin? Du is 2 times x plus 3 dx. So, compare natin dun sa original expression. So, wala namang 2 dito sa original, di ba? Pero may 2 dun sa after natin mag-substitute. Because ito yung kailangang expression So this is the needed expression for you to apply the formula. Without this, you cannot just apply, no? Kailangan masatisfy mo muna yung conditions. So dito, meron kang 2 dun sa uh, after yung mag-substitute. So kailangan mo siyang i-balance out para equal pa rin siya dun sa original expression. So 2 yung nilagay mo, ano sa labas? So 1/2 sa labas. So now, this is now equal. Equal na silang dalawa. So these two are now equal. Okay? After mag-equal, pwede mo na ma-apply yung rule. Again, whatever balancing constant you put there, just copy it in your original, in your answer. So, kailangan mo lang siyang i-copy sa answer. So, 1/2 times the integral. Okay, apply mo na to. Apply mo na yung rule. So, u raised to n plus 1 all over n plus 1 plus c. So, ano yung u? So, x squared plus 6x raised to n plus 1. What's n? N is negative 1/3 plus 1 over negative 1/3 plus 1 plus c. So, simplify lang natin. No? So, this is negative 1/3 plus 1 is, okay, so 3 over 3, 3 minus 1, 2. So, 2/3. 2/3 ang negative 1/3 plus 1. 2/3. 2/3. Okay? So, simplify lang natin. So, ito, magiging ano siya? Magiging 3 halves kung itataas natin. So, if you're going to simplify this, pwede mo ilagay sa taas. Okay? Gawin natin 3 halves. Again, tinaas lang natin yung denominator na 3 halves. 2/3, sorry. Ulitin natin. So, copy the 1/2 there. And then, u natin is x squared plus 6x. So, negative 1/3 plus 1. So, 2/3 over 2/3 here. But 2/3 can be, sa denominator, yung 2/3 sa denominator, pwede mong itaas. Pwede mong gawing 3 halves sa taas. So, 3 halves here. Ayan. And then, so 3/4. So, 3 halves times 1/2. So, 3/4. X squared plus 6x raised to 2/3 plus c. Okay, so that's now your answer for this problem. So, integral of x plus 3 dx over x squared plus 6x raised to 1/3. Okay, so the entire process of use substitution, this is the entire process of finding the integral. Okay, so this is applicable not only on the power rule, but also applicable in other topics such as yung next outline natin, which is exponential and